In the film, Judd Altman, portrayed by Jason Bateman, discovers that his wife Quinn, played by Abigail Spencer, has been having an affair with his boss, Wade, played by Dax Shepard, for an entire year. Following his departure from their home, Judd receives a call from his sister Wendy, played by Tina Fey, informing him of their father Mort's death. The Altmans come together for the funeral at their mother's house, where they reconnect with Wendy's former boyfriend Horie Callan, played by Timothy Oliphant, and his mother Linda, played by Deborah Monk. Wendy is dissatisfied with her workaholic husband, Barry, portrayed by Aaron Lazar, and Judd reunites with his elder brother Paul, played by Corey Stoll, and Paul's wife Annie, played by Katherine Hahn, who had previously been Judd's girlfriend. Philip, the youngest brother portrayed by Adam Driver, arrives late with his new, older girlfriend Tracy, played by Connie Britton. In the story, Hilarity, the mother of the Altmans portrayed by Jane Fonda, informs her children that their father, despite being an atheist, had requested a Shiva to be held, which is led by the Altmans' childhood friend, Rabbi Charles Boner Grodner, played by Ben Schwartz. Wendy is the sole family member who is aware of Judd's marital issues. Additionally, Judd reconnects with Penny Moore, played by Rose Byrne, a woman who had a crush on him during their high school years. During a family gathering, Wendy drunkenly badgers Judd to tell the truth about Quinn. Philip laments being seen as the family screw-up, while flirting with another woman in front of Tracy. Judd blurts out that Quinn was cheating on him and he plans to divorce her. Quinn shows up the next day and reveals she's pregnant with Judd's child. Philip finds out about the pregnancy and reveals this to the family. After spending the night with Penny, Judd spends the next day with her. Meanwhile, Wendy pays a visit to Horie in his backyard, where she expresses her regret for causing the accident that led to Horie's brain injury. Later, the family attends temple, where Judd and his brothers sneak out to smoke the joints that Judd discovered in his father's suit. Annie, who is frustrated about not being able to conceive with her husband Paul, attempts to seduce Judd with the hope of becoming pregnant, but he declines her offer. A few days later, with Barry away on a conference, Wendy and Horie, who she still has feelings for, sleep together. Quinn calls Judd out of fear that she is having a miscarriage, and he admits to Penny that Quinn is pregnant. Judd gets to the hospital to be with Quinn, where Wade also shows up. The baby, which is revealed to be a girl, survives. Judd and Wade get into a fight in the waiting room. When Philip and Wendy arrive, Wendy punches Wade in the face, and Judd gets a group of young men who witness the confrontation to flip Wade's car. As he leaves, Wade tells Judd he's not ready to be a stepdad and leaves Quinn. Judd informs Quinn that even though their marriage is over and they cannot get back together, he will support her in raising their daughter when the baby is born. The following day, Tracy speaks with Judd and decides to end her relationship with Philip. Judd goes to Penny's house to speak with her, but she refuses to listen. Later, Annie apologizes to Judd, tearfully confessing her frustration at being unable to conceive. Judd advises her to appreciate what she and Paul already have. Paul witnesses Judd hugging Annie and assumes that Judd is making advances towards her. This leads to a physical altercation among the three brothers after Tracy leaves Philip. Hillary interrupts the chaos by kissing Linda passionately. She informs them that she and Linda are in a romantic relationship and that Mort had given them his approval. Hillary reveals that the Shiva was her way of coming out to her children and facilitating their reconnection. Although the siblings are initially surprised, they ultimately accept their mother's new relationship and happiness. One night, when the power goes out in the basement, Judd attempts to fix the fuse box, only to receive an electric shock and be knocked out. He dreams of a childhood memory of falling off his bike and of Mort comforting him. Judd wakes up crying, finally mourning his father. Judd apologizes to Penny for not being truthful with her and promises to keep in touch. They both come to the realization that they are in love with each other and share a passionate kiss as they embrace. Wendy leaves with her two children, feeling emotional as she parts ways with Horie once again. The brothers reconcile, and Paul offers Philip a job at their father's sporting goods store. Judd quietly leaves the gathering, takes Philip's Porsche, and drives up to Maine, where he had always wanted to go.